So yeah, guys, let's go. Let's go for this. Also, this one should have audio on it. ZOE, wow, 1 mana, Targon. 1/1, elusive, of course. Next in strike, create a super cool star shard in hand, or if you have one, reduce its cost by 1. I've seen you play turn cards with different names. Oh, like it is a catastrophe, but on a champion. That's interesting.
Hi, I'm Zoe, what's your name?
When finally the quality went up because yesterday it was really bad. So let's see what happens next. Super cool star chart. Invoke a celestial card that costs 3 or less. Okay, so basically the 1 mana Spacey Sketcher. That was the name, right? Come on, guys. Now let's think about the reaction. Okay. Like it is pretty simple to what is it? What is it? Like right, let me show you. Pedal Star. 3 mana, slow, deal 4 to an enemy that attack this round or is stunned. Kinda interesting. Like Leona, Yasuo. Also, kinda nice by itself. Like, you have to take the damage first. That's okay. You can block it. So, like, they attack, you block it with a champ blocker, and then you remove it. With a pretty cheap removal. Like, this is pretty great. 3 mana, deal 4. If that was all the text that there was on a card, that is pretty great. But yeah, Stunned synergy, Leona synergy. By the way, let's move on. Let's look at all of them and then react to them. Insane. Spell Thief, 1 mana burst. Pick 1 or 3 enemy spells, play this game, and create a copy in hand. 1 of 3. Okay. Enemy spells played. That's nice. So basically the how can you call it? Thief target style. Interesting.
Hey, what you got there?
Like if that was only the animation for that card.
The wheel turns. Day becomes night. Time to make...
Guys, Poro in animation. Best animation. Like 10 out of 10. By the way, Zoe, 1 mana 2/2 elusive. For the rest of the game, when you summon an ally, grant its keywords to all allies. Next strike, create a Behold the Infinite that's got 0 in hand. Wow, guys. This is pretty sick. This is pretty sick. That's insane. Animation tier list, yeah. That's insane. Let's look new cards. 2 mana, 1/2 elusive, lifesteal. Like that's pretty great if you want a Zoe deck. Also Targon elusive, not gonna lie, that's kinda interesting. Starry Scamp, 2 mana, 2/2. I cost 2 less if you behold a celestial. That's also kinda interesting. An aggro elusive Targon invoke deck. What is it? You see the potential here. Like, I totally have this, guys.
How do you like that sparkle?
Like, I know that Swim will be, like, he's so happy right now. All those elusives. But yeah, so now let's react to those, like, a bit of, like, first impressions. Come on. It is lagging. No, guys. No, guys. Come on. Then we are gonna Theorycraft, by the way. What is going on? Come on. Let's reset the page. Okay, oh, they also, yeah, they revealed all the cards. Yeah, let's actually comment all of them from here. So, like, Zoe, by the way, yeah, they probably inverted the order here. Like, Zoe is kinda nice. Like, really. There is also in Targon. So, for example, let's compare it to the most, like, similar champion in terms of, like, the body. And, guys, please not misjudge what I'm saying. Like, the body, you know, the stats. I'm talking about that. I know that she's legal, as you said, because 5,000 years old and stuff, but the body, the stats of the card. Zoe Victor, catastrophe confirmed. Don't let it... like, yeah, guys. Like, yeah, also with Victor, kind of interesting, because you want to play different... what is it? Frotatus, your message was auto-modded. I don't know how to change it. We don't chant you, Bomber. No, guys, please, please. Let's talk about the cards. Let's talk about the cards. And I will figure that out, by the way, Frotatus, like, because it is too... yeah, that works. That works. But yeah, so Zoe, in terms of stats, it's basically a Teemo, if you look at her like this. But what is the problem of Teemo? That Teemo is in a, region which doesn't have protection, really, for Teemo. Like, sometimes you can go for Freljord, like I've seen, like, Teemo Sejuani, so, like, in there, you will have Elixir of Iron and now Throat Chant. Teemo and Zoe are both... no, guys. But, yeah, so, like, you can protect it, but it is not such a huge protection, because she's pretty fragile of a body, you know? Teemo's body is kinda hot. Come on, guys, let's talk about the cards. But yeah, so, like, instead we are in Targon, so now you could go for Spell Shield, for Bastion, and lots of, like, Asar protection. Like, there is a lot of stuff, much of protection going on in Targon. And if that's not enough, you can do even more. You can go for, like, again, Freljord to protect her. But again, as you said, with Victor, she's kinda interesting. Very, very interesting. Because, like, only the super cool star chart in itself, it is already a card that you are generating. So, like, again, with Victor, it is basically gonna cost already just one. And the star chart invoke a celestial card that costs 3 or less, you know? And, like, with Victor, again, those cost even less. Like, you can pick a 1 mana card, and with Victor it costs 0. So, like, that's so funny. Come on, guys, what are you saying? But, yeah, so, like, and by doing this, already, like, I've seen you play time, I've seen... Ooh, that's interesting. I didn't read that. I thought it was, you have played 10 different cards. Card with different names. Like, if it is I've seen, then you really need to protect her in some meaningful ways. Like, the 2 mana, grant +0/+2, that could be a start. But yeah, like, that's pretty difficult of a level up. Like, the potential it is there. Like, probably, as I said, Victor is very good with gems. So, like, you want already to go on Targon with Victor. Like that's probably the best deck that there is currently. And also Victor has a lot of mechanics, a lot of keywords that he's gonna gain, which Zoe level up can no, because it is when you summon an ally. So I don't know if you should have also a way to kill the Victor. Is he gonna respawn with all these keywords? Subversible? Yeah, like for elusive, and also, yeah, the attack. Yeah, like, I could see a catastrophe deck with Zoe. Like, we want already to go into Piltover Zone for Victor. Like, I don't know if also catastrophe and subversible and all basically the singleton archetype is good enough. And also, like, again, guys, it is I've seen you play 10 cards with different names. Like, it's probably impossible to level up Zoe. That's why, if you can do that, then it is, like, this effect is completely insane. For the rest of the game, for the rest of the game, like, Zoe can even die afterwards. Like, guys, this is completely insane. If you can level up Zoe is probably the most combo champion they have ever released. Like, because this says for the rest of the game. So, if I am right, you can just level up Zoe and then every ally is gonna have a give it all. Like, not with stats, but just for keywords. Like, that's insane. And if instead she stays alive, it is an elusive 2/2 with Create a Behold the Infinite that costs 0 in hand. So basically, always invoke. Invoke is a very great mechanic to cast different names of spells. Like, you can even not build your deck into a singleton style and just play the invoke cards and do this effect. But yeah, like, Zoe is very, very hard to evaluate. Like, very interesting card, but like, so many combo potentials. So instead, talking a bit like more of all the other cards, super cool star chart. This is actually a main deckable card. You see, like, there is the rarity gem here, the rare gem. So like, yeah, that's main deckable. Is it worth it to main deck? Probably not. Why would you run these over BO the Infinite? Like, okay, it is less RNG, of course. But other than that, would you really want to spend 2 mana to get a card which costs 3 or less? Like, for example, if you would want a 0 mana card, with this you are paying 2 for a 0 mana card, if you know what I mean. Like, I don't really have much faith in these outside of, like, if you get it from ZOE, then that's completely fine. But just as it is, probably not worth it. Do you imagine Catastrophe tier S? Lemma over 9,000. Yeah, like, I don't feel like Catastrophe is S tier. But, like, the potential is there. Like, you could slap a Catastrophe, like a one-off, you know? Like, you're also in Targon. So, like, you have Spell Shield and stuff. Which is the most, like, I want this deck. Later, guys, we're gonna build it, I swear. It sounds easy. Yeah. Then we're gonna build it. Like, in Targon, you also have Spell Shield, which is the biggest, like, probably, I don't know if Catastrophe was ever kinda meta. Like, I don't really know. But if it ever was, like, as soon as Catastrophe starts to become a thing, then it is, shut up, take my gems. Yeah. Like, as soon as it starts to become meta, then just a Vengeance before would have killed it completely. Like, the archetype completely. Shadow's Island just becomes the counter to that strategy, and then Catastrophe goes out of the meta, like, never to be seen again. But now we are in Targon. So, like, now there is Spell Shield. So that, like, I'm not saying that it could be meta. Like, I'm not saying it will be meta, but it could, at least, like, a B tier. I could see that happening. A Catastrophe B tier. I could build it. But then, moving on, Spell Thief, pick one of 3 enemy spells, play this game, and create a copy in hand. This is pretty interesting. Like, this is such a counter card. Like, imagine they play Ruination or just the Arrowing. You manage to... Like, I wonder if, like yeah, this kind of confusing. What if you deny an Arrowing, for example? Is it casted? Was it casted? The Abomination number 2. No, guys, not this meme again. The Abomination number 2. Then, I swear that we're gonna build it. Abomination number 2 incoming. But yeah, like, imagine Spells play this game. Like, when he casts Ruination, he did play that card. Or, sorry, Arrowing. He did play that card. Like, even if you deny that, it was still played. You know? So, like, they cast Arrowing, you are in Ionia, you deny that, and then you Spell Thief the Arrowing. Like, so, like, this is how this card should be seen. For just 1 mana, you are drawing an insane spell. Or imagine, like, FTR. You can, you have a chance of, basically thieving, robbing that card. And cast it again. Like, Spell Thief is meta dependent, for sure. Like, very, very strong. For just 1 mana, you get a very desirable card. So, like, huge faith in this card. But then, yeah, kind of strange. Like, where do you want to main deck it? It is more of a tech card. Like, because it is based off of what your opponent plays. So, like, kind of strange to evaluate. Then, 2 mana slow, ZOE, Sleepy Trouble Bubble. So, like, yeah, this for sure main deckable. It is the spell champion, the champion spell of ZOE. Stun an enemy, create a fleeting Puddle Star in hand, shuffle a ZOE into the... Yeah, okay, this is the last effect is when ZOE is in play. Fleeting Puddle Star, and is main deckable. That's interesting. But, guys, did you... Because, like, you play LoL. So, like, are those all the skills of ZOE? Because it seems like it. For research, for science... I did, like, research the abilities of LoL champions. Yeah, so yeah, like, it's kinda nice that they are adding all their skills, basically. Every one of the spells. Kinda interesting. Like, I don't know if they did that, the same for all the other champions. Probably not. What are you gonna say, Machete? For research, really. Like, it was for science. But yeah, then, Steve and Super Cool are the... Yeah, spell thief. Okay. You mean the keyboard keys? Okay. Paddle the Q. Yeah. I've looked a bit the skills. So yeah, it was they looked familiar. But by the way, yeah, stun an enemy and create like this is kind of interesting because with Sleepy Trouble Bubble, with 5 mana you have a deal 4 to something because it is always stunned. Like it is kind of okay. And the cost is the passive, I think. Yeah, probably not the spell thief. Or do you mean the super cool star chart? Or the Trouble Bubble? The E. Okay. But yeah, like I don't know about Sleepy Trouble Bubble. Like Targon, Leona, Yasuo is much more of a thing because of this. Like really, because it is a pretty cheap stun effect, basically a guile, but also can act as a removal. Pretty good removal, by the way. Like this could work by itself. Like you could actually main deck both Trouble Bubble and Paddle Star in a stun deck. Because this acts like a stun for like Yasuo or whatever. And if you don't need that, then you have Paddle Star. But also, again, you could have Paddle Star just in deck. So like this is a pretty huge upgrade to the Targon Yasuo stun deck. Trouble Bubble is not main deckable? No, what do you mean? Yeah, it doesn't have the gem because it is ZOE's Sleepy Trouble Bubble. Like, I don't know why they do this, but when they release a card, they showcase their champion spell by saying that ZOE is Sleepy Trouble Bubble. And if you look at it in game, when the champion becomes the champion spell, she in this case loses the gem, but this is for sure main deckable. Like all of the champion spell are main deckable. This is a champion spell, so like I don't know why they would change that all of a sudden. So like yeah, I know that there is not a gem, but this is probably main deckable because it is Zoe's Sleepy Trouble Bubble. But yeah, like moving on, Sari's Camp, it costs 2 less if you build a Celestial. Like this is pretty strong. Well, it's free, real estate. Yeah. Like this is kinda interesting. Also, Starry's Camp. Like, have you ever started a game where you go like Spacey's Catcher, 1 mana, 1/1? You get the 0 mana to 1 challenger, and then you also have Starry's Camp in hand, which is free, and you also summon a 2/2. First round, you summon 5 attack. Like, units worth 5 of attack. 2 attack from the snake, 2 attack from Starry's Camp, and 1 attack from Spacey's Catcher. If you have like the perfect hand and you have a triple Starry's Camp, Spacey's Catcher, and something else which you discard from the Spacey's Catcher, you get the snake. Then you have a 9 attack by turn 1. Like, of course, I'm just thinking about the possibilities. Like, this is pretty much completely RNG. Like, it will happen once in every, I don't know, a million games. But the possibility is there. So, like, I'm saying, how much is it, like, consistent? Like, the snake, probably you would get it more than 1/3 of the times. Because I didn't really do the maths, I don't know. I know that the units are more likely to come off of the invokes rather than spells, but I don't know the actual statistics. But probably, like, let's say that it is more than 1/3. 1/3 of a chance to get the snake. Like, that's pretty interesting. If you get the snake turn 1, even if you just summon a 1 Starry's Camp, that's a pretty insane aggro start. And again, I'm worried, not really worried, like I want to build, and later we will do, a Victor Zoe burn. Like, Starry's Camp is for sure there, if you want also Zoe and like the Spacey's Catcher at this point, for this insane start. If you want to try and level up Zoe, that's kinda great. Like, yeah, I'm thinking of all the possibilities of these. Like, they seem to have, all of those have very great potential. Except, like, super cool Star Chart. Not a big fan of this card, but all the other cards are pretty great. And then last, Sparky Fly. Like, this with Zoe, it's very great, of course. If you can level her up, Sparkle Fly gives Elusive and Lifesteal for basically free. very, very cheap to do that. With gems, like even with gems, guys, this is pretty great. Like it also has lifesteal, like elusive and lifesteal. By the way, like, guys, let's think about this. Kinko Lifeblade, one less attack, two less mana. Like these make you guys think about how bad is Kinko Lifeblade. Like really, a lot of elusive in this patch. Yeah, exactly. Like I wonder Winstream what he's doing right now. He's probably freaking out. A lot of elusives. But yeah, like Sparklefly, even like itself with a lot of gems, like it is a pretty cheap elusive. Lifesteal is also pretty desirable on elusive because really, if you think about the elusives, you don't want to block with them, you know. So like if you have an all elusive deck, you don't want to block. But if you don't block, you are taking damage. So if when you are attacking instead with elusive, which is what you want to do, then you are also life stealing and gaining health back, then that's kind of desirable. Like life steal is pretty strong on elusive because you don't like it works well with those two keywords work well together. So like yeah, Sparklefly could be actually solid. It needs a bit of synergy. Like again, the ZOE synergy is pretty straightforward, but also like with gems. Like with Arena Battlecaster. I could see this in really decisive Targon. Like why not? A pretty cheap body, vision, stuff like that. You can buff its attack. It becomes pretty great pretty soon. So like yeah, all of those cards seems to be pretty good. Then I'm gonna end because I'm also recording this and I'm gonna post that on YouTube. I'm gonna end it right now.